Keffe D, boy, he had a lot of dirty laundry. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So we have this trial. We have this Tupac murder trial. And the only one left, the only one still alive that was allegedly in that car is Keffe D. And I talked about it yesterday. Keffe D did this to himself. But what's starting to come out is an ugly, ugly, ugly picture. So we know that in 1998, Keffe D was moving a lot of dope around. Supposedly he was a baller, making things happen. And the feds were interested. They wanted to know about Tupac. They wanted to know about Biggie. They wanted to know a lot of things. So they went and they picked up Keffe D. And Keffe D had a lot to say. Apparently in 1998, he said he wasn't in Vegas. He had nothing to do with the Tupac thing. But he had a lot to say about Suge Knight, about the Mob Pie Rule, about death row. According to what the detective testified to, Keffe D said that Harry O gave money to Suge Knight to start up Death Row Records. Keffe D said that Suge Knight and his crew controlled all of the drug trade in Northside Compton. He named Mob James, Buntry, and just about everybody he could that were part of Suge Knight's crew, part of Death Row. He named Reggie Wright and his father, who were cops. He told the cops that Suge Knight had flipped cops, had cops killing people for him. And this was in 1998. Keffe D was still doing business with people. Keffe D was still pushing weight, moving weight. He was still interacting on a daily basis with Southside Crips, with his connect, with whoever. Keffe D is not a unicorn. He's not an oddity. This is happening to some extent in every hood across America, in every barrio across America. There are guys sitting in prisons right now because one of their own homeboys gave them up. And a lot of times, their homeboy wasn't even involved in the case. But he was a good informant. There are so many hazards when you're living the criminal lifestyle, right? You could lose your life. You could lose your freedom. And you expect that if you lose your life, it's due to a rival or the cops, right? You don't expect to lose your freedom at the hands of your friends. The guys you grew up with. The guys you killed for and with. The guys that you committed crime after crime with and for. That's not what you think you're going to go do time for. You think you're going to go do time for something you got caught doing. Maybe the victim survived or one of their homeboys gave you up. Not one of your homeboys. But Keffe D, he's the new emblem of informants across America when it comes to street gangs. Keffe D sits in court and he stares at everybody like he's going to kill them. That's what people have been saying. I think Keffe D is looking at people with self-hate. Keffe, don't be mad at them if they tell on you. You told on everybody. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, big dog. You did that. Don't be mad. And then you should have stuck with you had nothing to do with it. You weren't there. You weren't in the car. You know nothing about it. But no. Couldn't push any more dope, huh? Nobody wanted to mess with you. The cops were on you. You needed some kind of income. So you wrote a book. And you know his defense attorneys are saying, you can't believe anything he says. He was just saying stuff to make himself a big man. To make himself whatever. He made himself an inmate. He ain't a convict. Not with at least since 1998, a convict would never be anything he would be that could be connected to him. No. And I highly doubt he just did that shit one time in 1998. And what's he gonna say? But he didn't tell on his own homeboys. He only told on rivals. It doesn't work like that. So Keffe D, every day, more ugliness is coming out. I wonder if he regrets coming out and saying he was in the car, because it definitely wasn't worth it. He definitely didn't get paid enough money for what he's going through right now and what's to come. Last night on my live, one of my subscribers asked me, hey, do you think that, because a lot of people had a lot of love for Tupac, do you think anybody would try to move on him for what he did, what he took part in? He's been exposed as a confidential informant. There are so many reasons why people would probably want to move on him out there in Nevada. But the reality is, Keffe D is going to be protective custody over there. I don't know how active the protective custody yards are in Nevada. But I know in California, if he were to get sent to a PC yard in California, there's people over there that would be willing to get paid to move on him. What a predicament, right? I got his picture up, and he's just an old, tired, haggard man. He chose to be a part of a lifestyle. He chose to say whatever he said to the feds about Suge Knight, death row, and everybody involved. And he's got to take accountability for those choices. He can't be mad at other people. You didn't care about what anybody had to say before. Don't care now. Man, let this be a lesson, man. If you're gonna do crime, look, I can't. Crime is gonna be committed. There's no stopping that. Those of you that feel like you have to live that type of lifestyle, let me tell you something. Don't ever have a crimey. Don't ever brag about it. You're going to go to jail sooner or later, though. There's no way around it. If you're really out there doing stuff, sooner or later you get told on. One of these cameras catches you. A cop just gets lucky and happens to be in the right spot at the right time. I'm glad I'm a square, man. I really am. I salute everybody that's out here making an honest dollar, taking care of their family, taking care of their loved ones. raising great kids. And it ain't easy. You know, most people nowadays are really living paycheck to paycheck. And even then, they still choose to work. They're not trying to go out there and sling no dope, rob somebody, take from somebody, hustle somebody. Nah, man. They just work. Keffe D, just think if you would have worked. Instead of involving yourself in criminality, and then when it got a little rough for you, you told on everybody. And it's all coming out. 40 years later. Over 30 years later. Oh, no. No, it's almost, what was it, like 28 years later? Something like that. Anyways, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.